Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of Undead. I was gonna say Undead Girl Murder Farce, but that's long gone though. Spy Family Season 2, Episode 2, or to say like Episode 27, Episode 2, which I was surprised by. The focus mainly was a little half, The focus is mainly on Bond. And the last half was focused mainly on Damian, which I was surprised by, and very little of our main trio, right? Very little of Yor, Anya, and Lloyd, right? So I was quite surprised that the focus, the first part was on Bond, and then the last was on Damian. But get to Damian, but getting to Bond first. How he, since he has the ability to see the future, right? And he just is having all these visions, since he won't be able, a lot of times he won't be able to get fed, if Yor cooks him something, he's gonna die if he doesn't eat, and thinking that Yor will kill him, stab him. I mean, is this Bond? Even Bond himself is a great character, and just his facial expressions and just think of the worst that's going to come for him, It's just absolutely hilarious and it's priceless. So instead he goes to run to find Lloyd, because since Lloyd is the only one that can cook in this family, right? So he goes out to find him, and he's searching, he's looking, right? At first it looked like he was going to jump off a bridge, maybe kill himself, but it turns out not. But and then eventually when he finds Lloyd, because Lloyd is doing another mission, right, to find this serum, I guess. Sorry about that. I had to sneeze again, so that's why I cut there. No one wants to see me sneeze, right? So, and then I had to blow my nose too. So anyway, that with Bond finding Lloyd, right, and Lloyd wondering how was he here? How did he find him? But hey, you want to do this mission with me? And if it gets for him to have a good meal, then yeah. And they're snooping around, right, and one point where he sees it, he sniffs a hamburger bag, and they find the place where they're looking for, with the lockers, with the safe, right? So Bond, his future sight, sees the men coming, right? So he tells them that they're coming. And then I like how when Lloyd tricks the guys, that he puts a note that says, "I've stolen the Galamus," or whatever the serum was called. But it turns out it was only just a trick for him to get it to open, since he doesn't know the code, right? And we see Lloyd kick butt, then we see Bond do ninja kicks as well. He's even wearing a ski mask as well, too. I'm like, no one's gonna know what kind of dog it is, right? Because he's a big white dog, right? But the funny thing is, he had to wear a ski mask too, and he goes and just ninja kicks the guy. I was like, bravo for Bond, Oh my god, that was absolutely excellent. So with that, Lloyd's got the serum. He's able to go home early. He says, "Hey, let's get you fed," right? So. And after that, he does get a nice meal of it. That way he doesn't eat any more of Yor's crappy cooking, right? And then we get the last stuff of this episode was focusing mainly on Damian, and even including with his two lackeys, right? Which the two kids are like his lackeys, yeah, we'll say, or his goons or henchmen, though, but they're not, though. But I will say his two lackeys, which I never hated those characters in the last season, though, but they were just, kind of while I brushed them aside, because it was Damon I like more, because Damon, he's a great character, too, he's just pushing, to get the scholars, trying to impress his dad, and at the same time he's crushing on Anya, so. But his two friends, I never hated those characters, which they're also part of the focus on this episode, too, is Damien and his two friends. So they see that Damian, he got late for roll call because he's been staying up late, studying, thinking about his Stellas, And you see that the purple bag's under his eye, so best grandpa, Mr. Henderson, punished him so he helped to put the laundry outside. They told his two friends, tell him, hey, let's go there and go to a movie, but he can't. He doesn't want to do that. So being the true friends, so they deliberately wear their clothes improperly or eating in front of Mr. Henderson, right? So they get punished too. But they did that on purpose though, so they can be with Damian. And so, which although one thing that Mr. Henderson does see though, that their loyalty to their friend Damian, so he finds that very elegant as well. Because Mr. Henderson, he always uses that word elegant on everything. So he is impressed, even though they deliberately get that punishment though. But he is impressed with the two friends for their friendship with Damian. So he even calls that elegant. So they decided to go on and take a field trip with this guy who also works there by the name of Mr. Green. He has a small patch of hair that goes like this, and then an eye patch too. And takes them on a field trip. First thing they do travel down the stream, and the guy's paddling very fast. Like, hey, we're gonna die! And they see that there's a waterfall up ahead, and they think it was a deep though, but actually it was actually a small waterfall. And Damon falls overboard. He's thinking he's drowning, and his two friends jump in to save him. Right? They're trying to save him. They're trying to save him, but it turns out the guy, Mr. Green, turns out, hey, this place is actually shallow. You can stand up, And they basically just made complete fools out of themselves. I'm like, they could just stand right up, I'm like, I mean, I get that the two friends are very commendable to try to save their friend though, but just like, okay, the whole time they could just stand up, because the water is so shallow. And the reason why it was so is shallow because that's why they were paddling so fast to make it seem like it was a fast river. So since they got all wet, they hang their clothes up and they decided to go find their own type of food. So they try fishing on their own, and it turns out they're actually having fun. Even Damien's like, "Why am I having so much fun right now?" And even when you're starting hard, there's even times even famous people have a time to relax and space out a bit. Sometimes that can help them get stellas. So sometimes it does take just to relax, even to space out a little bit. And they finally get to this lake where they wanted to go to, right? So, and it's a very nice, beautiful lake. The way it's animated, and so you can see the stars reflecting on the lake, and so hey, like Mr. Green said, hey, you can grab the stars, and finally that they just lay down, just admire the view and all that stuff, and then until when they finally get back, Mr. Green gives Mr. Henderson the reports, and just with Damian his spelling, like first it's like he said he was supposed to spell we, but he scribbled out to put the W on top, right? Saying we had fun, we saw a lot, etc., right? So, and then finally, Damian was able to finally to sleep. So all this episode, the whole time, was like it was focused on Bond and Damian, much less of our main characters, which I was really surprised by. I mean, yeah, it's cool. Like in the last episode, we got to see more assassination attempts from more assassinations from Yor, from the beginning of the episode, before she got shot in the butt, though. But here that focuses mostly on Yor too, though, right? But here it's just basically only on Bond and Damian, and with his two friends. Not much less on the main characters themselves, which I thought was kind of, which I was surprised by, and it was different from, which, hey, it's Spy Family, I was always been impressed with every episode, So with everything they try and change the pace or whatever, all for the better, because I love this show. He's one of the best animes I've seen since last year. I know it's already starting to be this year, so I'm always loving Spy Family, and wherever they do, I'm always for, because hey, yeah, even they changed the pace a bit to only just focus on Bond for one half and then Damon on the next. Okay, that's with basically the absence of the main characters. Yeah. So yeah, episode 2 of season 2 of Spy Family, I really enjoyed. It was been really fun, and I can't wait to see what episode 3 is going to be. So, but can't wait to see more. But this is really, once again, a fun 10 out of 10 episode. It was good to see that it was Bond and David had their own time to shine, you know. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review and for more for Halloween month, and we'll see you next time. Later.